Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. We are here today to do a reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November 2017. Today I am using two decks. The first is the main deck is the Gilded Tarot from Ciro Marchetti, and then my other deck I'm using is Doreen Virtue's Oracle of the Archangel Oracle cards for our guidance card. So let's go ahead and get started, Aquarius, with your reading for the month of November. Calling on my guides, teachers, helpers, the angels, the ascended masters, calling on the light and the love of the one true creator, asking for perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect wisdom as we look at the energy for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November 2017. Giving thanks in advance to all there is for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom, and perfect vision. As we look at the energy for November 2017 for the sign of Aquarius, what is the highest message for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November 2017? All right, Aquarius, that feels pretty good right there. I've been shuffling a little longer, it seems like, but with that one, that came out very quickly. That was just fine. All right, so I am doing a 7-card spread for the month of November, and we'll take a look. I'll explain what the 7 cards are as we move through the reading. So here we have the 3 of Swords coming up, Aquarius, as your overall energy for the month of November. Now, this 3 of Swords energy is really a heartbreaking energy. So if you're currently dealing with this heartbreak, I offer you the light and love that you are so magnificently entitled to and that you deserve. And we'll look closer here at this, the rest of your cards, to see if we can shed some more light on this heartbreak. This is, certainly not, no one wants to or looks to experience heartbreak at all. It's not anything that anyone signs up for at the end of the day. So let's take a look at the cards and see if we can shed some more light on this 3 of Swords energy here. All right, so as your past position, we do have the 2 of Swords coming in as in the reverse. All right, so here there's been a need in the past for you to make some decisions, and perhaps you didn't have all of the details or all the information that you needed to make solid choices there. The card is coming up in the reverse. So that tells me that what I'm picking up here with this 2 of Swords in the reverse is perhaps there was a need for you to go ahead and make that decision anyway, right? Sometimes when I see this card in the upright, it's like you're in that process of making that particular decision. But here I'm picking up that there may have been a need for you to make that decision even though you didn't have all of the information that you needed. I'm drawn right back to this 3 of Swords energy here. You pulled the 2 of Swords as your past energy and the 3 of Swords as your overriding energy. There may be some relationship here. Perhaps the fact that you had to make that decision without all of the information that you needed, perhaps that is what led or what contributed to this sense of feeling heartbroken. All right, so in your current position here, we do have the Page of Wands coming in the reverse as well there. As a current position. So this page is really a very fiery energy. The page comes in normally when there's some sort of message that needs to be received by you, whether in this actual reading or in the world. There may be a message that you need to receive that will give you the information that you need to take the actions that you need to take there. Again, this is coming up in the reverse. So perhaps the message, the action that the message will lead you to take may not be an action that you either want to take, or you're maybe afraid to take that type of action. So there's this energy at present. Whenever you're catching this video, this energy is probably going to be alive and well for you at that particular moment. All right, so it looks like your first three cards all came in the reverse. So here we have this future card where we're looking at the Nine of Cups, where we're talking about emotional satisfaction, the feeling of being satisfied by what's happening in your world. Again, this is coming up in the reverse, so there may be a feeling that of unsatisfaction, like you're not happy with how things are shaping up in your world, or how things are actually lining up. So again, this is a future energy. So the knowledge that there is this potential for you not to feel emotionally satisfied, hopefully, knowledge is power. And hopefully the fact that you're aware that this potential exists, maybe that will assist you in working through that energy of not feeling emotionally satisfied. Again, I'm drawn right back to this Three of Swords. It's like it has some sort of bell that just keeps pulling me right back to this Three of Swords, this heartbreaking energy. And then when I see this Nine of Cups in the reverse as your future energy, and I'm picking up, there's a sense of that you don't feel emotionally satisfied. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of your cards. And again, what I was saying about the knowledge being power, perhaps knowing this, and being open to the messages that will continue to come into you. Not just this message, but you'll get all kinds of information coming in that will allow you and give you the courage and strength that you need to change your perspective and how you're seeing your circumstance. So let's get down to your next card, which is exactly that. This card is all about your current outlook, how you're seeing things. So you definitely have this potential, Aquarius, to see the cup half full and not half empty, right? Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is a star player when it comes to getting money, getting things done, and she's always a master of that type of thing. So there's this capability here for Aquarius to, despite the heartbreak that you've experienced, despite the having to make decisions or feeling unfulfilled, you still have this massive potential to create a life that you can be both proud of and that you can share with other people. So that's a pretty good thing there, Aquarius. All right, so next up we have your external influences. Here we have the Page of Swords coming in. The Page of Swords is, we talked about the Page of Wands here a little bit earlier. So you have two pages coming in to your spread in the month of November, which really indicates to me that there is that you would want to be a bit more receptive to messages and signs that may show up for you in your life in the month of November. Now, this page, the Page of Swords, is really going to, we talked about this page bringing you messages that will give you actions that you may need to take. Well, this page is all about messages that are going to change the way you think. So again, the reminder here is to be open and receptive to messages that may come in from unlikely sources, right? Is what I'm picking up here on this card as well. That this may not be something that you're looking for or that you're waiting for, but the goal here is to be open for it. All right? So let's move on then to your next card, which is going to be an internal influence. And I kid you not, I have received this Hanging Man in this exact position in the reverse. So as an internal influence, the Hanging Man has come out now for the third time for me with my readings this month. So, and what I've said with the other ones, and I absolutely feel that this is the exact same energy that I picked up in the other readings. There's this need, again, to be receptive, to be flexible, to be a chameleon in your environment, to blend in wherever you find yourself. If you find, because that's how you're going to receive these messages. Again, I was picking up that this may come from an unlikely source. Your answers may come from an unlikely source. So in order to line yourself up with that unlikely source, you have to be very open and surrendered to the activities or the events that are taking place. Being very adaptive, very receptive, and very open will definitely lead you to a position or place you in a position where you're much more likely to receive what you need. All right? Now, as the final outcome card here, this final outcome card actually sums up the last three cards that we talked about. So you have the Queen of Pentacles coming up as your outlook, indicating that you're more than capable of creating the life that you desire. And then we have that Page of Swords that actually came in the upright, indicating that messages would be coming through that would impact your thinking. And then also this need to be very receptive and very open in order to receive those messages. So here we have the Seven of Wands coming in as your final outcome card. This card is really all about evaluating and making close, very close and decided evaluations about what you're dealing with, what your life circumstances are bringing forth. Now, this can feel somewhat like a struggle for you, Aquarius. Aquarius is a very, I can remember last month, I believe we pulled the Star, and that was just perfect for Aquarius. That's really your energy. You have this very unique star-like quality. So this Seven of Wands energy, this need to evaluate things very closely may feel a little bit out of character for you. What I also want to say about this card is he's on guard here. He's guarding the door. He's guarding his home. He's looking out at this interference that's going on outside of his home, and he's standing guard and making sure that nothing comes into his home that shouldn't be in his home or shouldn't be in his awareness. So there may be a need to to look at things a little closer than what you would, to make a closer evaluation of things that you may have overlooked before. And again, I'm drawn back to these cards here where there's this potential for messages to come in from an unlikely source. So we don't want to be so guarded that, you know, you're blocking the light out, you're blocking your answers out, but you certainly want to be in a position where you're exercising care when you're making decision, but at the same time you're remaining open for new things to show up. All right. Okay, so that does conclude the main portion of the reading for the sign of Aquarius. Let's go ahead now and get a guidance card from the archangels to close out your reading for the month of November. Now, I've been working with this deck for about 10 years, so this particular deck always speaks to me where I don't need to actually pull a card. A card will reveal itself. So I'm just going to shuffle here until we receive the card from the archangels to close out your reading. Calling on the archangels to give us one additional card for the sign of Aquarius to close out their reading for the month of November. What is the highest message from the archangels for the sign of Aquarius? There, whoa, we got two cards for Aquarius, it looks like. Now, the same thing happened for another sign, and I believe it was Aries. Aries, I believe, also received two cards. And sometimes when I receive two cards, I'll say, you know, more than two actually. I know that that's not, you know, more than two cards is going to be unlikely. So here I am going to take the two cards here and share those with you. The first one is spiritual understanding with Archangel Raziel. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols, helping you understand spiritual truths. So there's this additional support coming in here from Archangel Raziel with additional support to help you understand perhaps why this heartbreak was necessary, because we know that everything is done for our highest and best good, no matter what it feels like and what we experience as we go through it. Once we get past that, you know, they always say that hindsight is 20/20. Once we get past this sense of heartbreak, you'll more than likely you'll be able to look back and see how you've benefited from having gone through that. So again, the message here is to stay open and receptive to receive these messages and understanding that Archangel Raziel is bringing forth for the sign of Aquarius. Now, your other card is very interesting, Aquarius. There is a career transition apparently in line for you. We have Archangel Chamuel showing up saying that your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So something that you're purposed to do in life, you know, that's your actual destiny. Because that is your destiny, a career change has been triggered for you. So, and I am definitely being drawn back here to the messages coming in that will change the way that you're thinking, and the fact that these messages will come in from an unlikely source. So perhaps those messages will be in regards to this career transition that Archangel Chamuel is bringing forth here. So keep your eyes open and your heart open to receive these wonderful blessings. All right, so that does conclude the reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of November. I'd like to wish you a very pleasant holiday season, and I will see you back here in the month of December. Namaste.